Welcome to episode 9 of this Milwaukee Brewers franchise. I was just simming a little bit and I found this trade for David Bodie. The Reds wanted to give me Nick Senzel, who's 26 and A potential, for David Bodie, who's 28, B potential, and 83. And I think I'm going to accept this because, one, it's a $2 million salary dump, and we really weren't happy with his performance. Or he was doing good, but we didn't really have a use for him right now because we had Seager and Arcia. But if we give Senzel some more time, hopefully he can become better than one of those two and come up to the majors. And if he can't, he'll probably have more trade worthiness than David Bodie. So we're going to accept this. As you can see in the top, it's favoring them. So if they offer this to us, we probably can't go out of this and then offer it to them. They probably won't accept it. So we're winning this trade pretty heavily. So we're going to accept that. Send it to the All-Star break. Unless there's another trade offer. Sure isn't. Futures game. Let's see if any of our players are in it. Let's go player lock. Doesn't look like any of our guys are in there. So we won't play it. Oops. 5th ranked team in the MLB. None of our guys are in the home run derby. And I don't want to play the All-Star game. So we'll sim to the end of the month. White Sox have an offer for us. Center fielder Derek Fisher, who is a 28-year-old, B potential, 69 overall. For our catcher, 30, he's 79. So Omar Narvaez is starting to decrease pretty heavy amount. We're not going to do this trade, but we are definitely going to look to trade him. Doing pretty good on the year. I already have 60 wins. Whit Merrifield is traded to the Mets for Matthew Allen, who's a 74 overall starting pitcher, and for Anthony Volt, who's 20 years old, 68, shortstop. Red Sox have an offer for us. Bobby Dalbec, who's another third baseman, and I would like to do this trade, but he is another third baseman. And Narvaez, I feel like we can just get a little bit more. Cubs have an offer for Narvaez. I don't like this trade because you only see potential, so I'm not going to accept that. Rangers have an offer for Keon Broxton for a B potential 26-year-old who's on the injured list for 3 to 4 weeks. And I like this trade because Keon Broxton's old. He's an 80 overall, but he is 30 and has C potential, where this guy is unhappy right now, so he's actually 73, and he's B potential. And that gives us even more of a reason to trade Omar Narvaez. So we're going to accept that. For second trade so far, and the Red Sox have an offer for Corey Seager, Bobby Dalbec, and I don't really like that trade because Seager was an 80 when we signed him, and now he's an 85. He's having a great year. Already has 13 home runs, had a total of 15 last year. Blue Jays have an offer, Rowdy Tellez, who I actually like. The only problem with that is, who do we have at first base? Jake Gatewood. Is he having a good year? He is having a good year actually. So I think we'll try to do a manual trade for Narvaez once the trade deadline comes. Tigers have an offer, Christian Stewart for Narvaez. He's just a little old for my liking to pull the trigger by ourselves. Alright, so now it's the trade deadline. So we get Avisail Garcia back, but I like Seager better. Plus he's older now, and he only has 1 year left on his deal. So we're going to decline that. Yelich is doing good. Hader is still doing good. Is Hicks doing anything? Yep, he's doing really well. Jameson Tyone's doing well, and Woodruff slacked off a little bit. Keston's doing good. Do we have anyone leading for home runs at all? No. Ison Diaz is doing really well. He's a former Brewer. or a Brewers prospect. Top prospects, let's just look at those quick. Dominguez, he's all the way up to a 77. He's in the minor leagues. Terang's all the way up to 28. He's upped in overall. Looks like Forrest Whitley got hurt. Got a lot of guys that are hurt actually. Award race, let's just look at those quick. We got Jake Gatewood for leading for Rookie of the Year, so that's good. Nothing really there. We already signed these guys except for these two who we're not going to sign. Manuel Enrique, he's a good player right now, but he just will keep digressing and eventually turn out to be a liability. Austin Meadows. Let's try to make a trade for him. So they want a relief player and center fielder. So I'm going to try to trade Kane, then who else would they want? Hicks, who I'm not going to do. And Mata. So that's off the board. Corey Seager, we have him on the trade block, but we're not looking to trade him necessarily. Obviously, Lucia, he'd be a top interest for us, but we don't want him back. Alright, let's look what we can get for Omar Narvaez. I'm going to do prospects actually. See if we can get any A's. If we can't, look for B's. Not looking like there's any A's yet. Medina looks okay. So does Mendoza. None of these guys look intriguing. This trade does, though. 2B potentials that we could get. The right fielder looks good. Don't know if I want to do that trade because there's such low overalls. This trade looks okay, but those are both 25-year-olds, so they're a little older. I like this trade because it's a 70 overall B pitcher who's only 22, so I think I'm going to do that if I can't find any other better ones. Carlos Vargas looks pretty good. So what I'm going to do is look at the Tigers and Cole Franklin to see if he who has better potential. And Carlos Vargas for the Indians. So where is the Tigers? Right here. Cole Franklin. See how high of a potential he actually is. So he's an 82. And then the Indians, it was another B potential. This guy, Carlos Vargas. He's an 80. So Cole Stewart looks like the guy that we will go with and trade for. So it'll be, I think it was Omar Narvaez. Then we'll go to the Tigers and Cole Stewart, who's right here. And then there was another B. So I guess it won't accept that right now. But if we go back to here, it should offer it to us again. Cole Stewart and Jacob Pearson. So we'll do this trade. Plus we dump quite a bit of contract salary that we don't really need. So we'll accept this for Cole Stewart. Next, I'm going to try to find something for Lorenzo Cain. So this is the only set of trades that we get that are prospects. Not really liking them, but we do want to get something for him until he becomes a free agent. If we can't get anything that we really like, we can just sign him to a small deal until his career eventually is over. Trey Wingenter. Don't really like that trade though. Looking at these, I think we'll just stay put with him. Yep. So we'll stay put with Lorenzo Kane. I think it was just him and Seager, so we're not looking to trade those guys. So that will be it. Nick Cuifo, I don't know how to say his name. Will probably be our starter once he's back from his injury. So, sim to the end of the year pretty much now. Today was trade deadline. We already got that out of the way. Not even players in the organization. So apparently they can still offer trades to us, even though it's trade deadline, for Zach Collins, who's 27 already, so I'm not really liking that. He's not great. He's a decent fielder, but fielding catchers don't really matter in this game the way MLB Show sets it up. Just sim to the end of August now to September call-ups. Then we'll look at all the stats from the year, award race, who made it to the All-Star team for us, and hopefully we can make the playoffs. We need to start winning some games though. So we're only 0.5 games back of the division. So we have these two up in the majors. We can keep Nottingham in there for now. We called up Terang, it looks like, and how is he doing? Not good at all. Where is Royce Lewis? He's in the MLB, so I think he is starting right now, and he's in 81, so he's improved a lot, and he's only 22. He's in 131 at bats. He's batting 305 with 5 home runs, so he's doing really well. I think Corey Seager is hurt at the moment. Forrest Whitley is still out, and he is out for 6+ months, so that's going to end his season, so that's not good. Hopefully we can still extend him even though he has an injury. Yelich is doing well, so is Hader and Woodruff and Jordan Hicks and Tyone. Peralta is struggling a little bit. Keston's doing good. Let's just look at the league leaders and award leaders. So Michael Conforto somehow having a career year. He's a 93 overall. So he had a good year last year, and then he got a huge contract this year and now he's destroying. Juan Soto and Acuna there. That's a really good outfielders. They have him in center field and Conforto in right. Jake Gatewood still leading the National League and Rookie of the Year. Don't really have anyone else, it looks like. Nomar Mazara might win Gold Glove. Keston is behind Eisen Diaz, who just keeps hitting. Maybe you can trade for him, possibly. So don't have anyone really leading. How about our guy Bryce Terang? Is he? I don't know if he's eligible. Merrill Gordon looks like who's an A is making his way up through there. So he's already 46 ranked prospect. Already went over the stats really. September call up. We have a full roster, so can't really call up anyone right now. Broderick Prince though, our guy, is looking like he's doing pretty good. So we'll sim at the end of the year and see if we're able to make the playoffs. and both of our minor league teams made the playoffs. The AAA team is going to the AAA National Championship, and they have won the National Championship. And we are unable to make the postseason, so that's tough. How many games out were we from making it? 4.5, so. Well, wasn't a great year, but oh well. Looks like the national, or the Braves had a great team this year. Yelich had 38, so he's still producing. He's up to a 99 now, so that's good for us. Bellinger had a way off year. Only 27 home runs, so that's not good for him. Keston had a good year, I believe. Award-wise, we only had one, or two actually, it looks like, or one of one. So, I guess Jake Gatewood took second, and Nolan Gorman, who looks like he had a beast second half, finishing with 20 home runs. So, almost a rookie of the year for him. But other than that, took the pitching. Tyone had a good year. Woodruff had an okay year. Peralta had a down year, and so did Lauer and Zach Brown. In the bullpen, Claudio struggled. He's 30. Ryan Hendricks, he's just getting called up every year. He's not doing good for the past 3 years. Except for 2020, he had a decent year, but he only played in 36 games. Suter did okay. Hicks did amazing. Knebel didn't do great, and then Hader did good. So let's see the playoffs. Looks like the Reds will be taking on Padres, so it could have been us. We're only 0.5 game back, it looked like. Mark Matthias retired for us. I don't think anyone else too important in the major leagues retired, except for Cano and Cabrera, who are in the Hall of Fame. No more Mazzaro. Try to sign him for a 3-year deal. 30 million is quite a bit, but I feel like we'll offer him arbitration or tender that. Seager, the only reason he's in the minor leagues because he's coming off an injury. We'll try to sign him to another deal, or $17 million. Hopefully he accepts. Tender qualifying on Claudio. Let's see how much Kane actually wants. So he doesn't want much. So we'll sign him for 1-year deals at a time from now on until his career's over. Offer him $5 million. And Arcia, hopefully he doesn't want too much. He does. He's already 28. So we're gonna also offer a qualifying offer. So those guys will be free agents. Hitting coach, we're gonna want to get Blanchard. Try to give him $5 million. He likes that. Scott Lindstrom. So we're just trying to sign the coaching staff. These guys are just a little old, except for Malone, who I like. "56-year-old Abernathy." And then that will probably round out our staff of all of them except. So Tyone is going to become a free agent. So that's not good for us. What we can do is make him an offer, or offer him a tender. So that means we'd get a pick if he is signed by any other team, I believe. So we gotta offer those. Aaron Judge is in free agency, but he's already 30. All these other guys are pretty old. And it looks like Tyone did not accept the tender. Arbitration I'm going to offer to those guys. I'm gonna do those first. Or I'm just gonna offer him a deal. He wants 10.3 a year. So I'll offer him 11. 11 even. At 44,000 or 44 million. So Keston, he's gonna be pretty pricey, but I think it'll be worth it. Had a little bit of a down year compared to last year. Average wise and home run wise. Peralta, 4-year deal for him. And she wants less, so we'll make this less as well. Nixon Zell, offer him a 3-year deal, unless he'll take more money, or less money. Offer him $17 million just to make him a little more happy. And then Suter will try to sign, either do a 1-year deal or offer him arbitration. $1 million deal. So all those are done. We'll tender a few, and then I'll tender the rest off screen, and then I'll come back to you with another video later. Forrest Whitley, 2 years, $3 million. The catcher, $5 million over 3 years. And then Broderick Prince, who could make a major league debut next year, off him a 3-year deal with $3 million. And then Dino Tejada, the center fielder, who could very easily come up. He was a C potential, so now he worked his way up to a B. So he just keeps improving. He's 20 years old, so he could easily be our center fielder next year. 2-year deal with $3 million. And then our outstanding rookie, who's only C potential, he's 27 now. Had a great year as a rookie, batting .310 with 13 home runs. Offer him a 3-year deal with $3 million. Corbin Burns, offer him a 2-year deal with $3 million. For these guys, I'll offer these 3, and then Lucas Arceg, and then I'll see you in the next video. So Phil Bickford, he's 26, so if Tyone doesn't resign, he'll probably be up in the majors along with one of the Prince. Ethan Small, same deal with him. Brian Mata even. And then Lucas Arceg, who could potentially make his major league debut. Don't know though. The only thing I'm worried about is where is. So is he just a free agent then? Corey Seager. No, he's just in AAA. Someone moving to the majors. Alright, so I'll figure this out off screen, and I'll see you guys in the next video, episode 10. And thank you guys for watching. It will probably be the start of 2023 when I come back to you, or if I sign another free agent. So thank you guys for watching.